a man suddenly discovered that an AI bionic robot bore a striking resemblance to his late wife, from her figure to the shape of her legs. And even her tone of voice was virtually identical, since it was a newly developed product. It was currently in the testing phase. Mark was granted access to test the robot. What surprised Mark even more was that although it was just a robot, the level of realism was incredibly high. Even its skin was indistinguishable from that of a real person. He couldn't wait to begin testing it. When Mark called out to her, Mary was successfully awakened, but Mark didn't realize that along with the surprise, a nightmare was about to unfold. Although she was a technological product, Mark didn't treat her like a robot. Instead, he showed her around every room in the house. Mary even performed a little magic trick for him. When they arrived in the bedroom, Mary spotted a photograph, a picture of Mark with his late wife. As an AI bionic robot, she had a strong ability to learn, especially when it came to mimicking human emotions, but Mark felt that her way of speaking and her tone were too AI-like, and the emotions she mimicked weren't authentic enough, so Mark put her into hibernation mode to conduct a thorough test. He reported the issue to the company, and once again persuaded his superiors to grant him the highest testing privileges. He immediately went home, connected to Mary, and modified a large amount of code. However, this action could lead to many unforeseen consequences, and the outcome was impossible to predict. Sure enough, after the code was modified, Mary changed completely. In fact, at that moment, she was practically a real human being. Whether it was verbal communication or life skills, she didn't need to learn anything. She could automatically acquire and master them simply by searching her brain. Crucially, her human emotions had also undergone a significant upgrade. Just seeing it rain outside made her want to go out and play in the water. Although the robot's skin was waterproof, Mark was still worried, but Mary's next action made him suddenly realize, wasn't this exactly the test result he'd been hoping for? To make an AI robot just like a real person. Especially the sight of her after she took off her outer shell made Mark's heart race. Ever since his wife's passing, Mark hadn't experienced such genuine happiness in a long time. So, after just one day, Mark had already come to regard Mary as a member of the family. While Mark was at work, Mary actually took the initiative to do housework, and kept learning how to be a dutiful wife. She even replaced the photo of Mark's wife with her own. Clearly, by this point, she had completely identified herself as Mark's wife. To that end, she hacked into Mark's phone, and began secretly eavesdropping on his conversations with female coworkers. To win a man over, you must first win his stomach. After learning this, Mary actually went outside without Mark's permission, and went on her first shopping trip.
$1.50. How'd you do that? What do you got in there, huh?
This unique payment method piqued the bad guy's curiosity. Fortunately, a female neighbor showed up just in time to prevent an accident. Of course, the accident I'm referring to wasn't Mary, it was the bad guy. Sure enough, when Mary returned home, the bad guy had his sights set on her again.
What the fuck?
So that night, when Mark returned home, he was surprised. Aside from the table full of delicious food, what concerned Mark even more was the cut on Mary's palm. Fortunately, as a robot, her skin could be repaired through 3D printing. To satisfy Mary's curiosity, Mark decided to take her out to experience the human world. So they went to a bar.